So Trudeau has hired a special representative, an anti-Islamophobia representative by the name of Amira Al-Ghawabi. She's already got herself in hot water just a couple of days into her job. I'm going to tell you what happened and why the hiring of an anti-Islamophobia special representative is completely ridiculous and a stupid waste of money. And I'm going to tell you why this is the most ridiculous thing to hire an anti-Islamophobia special representative. Okay, let's get into it. So to begin, my name is Abdullah. I grew up here as a Muslim. I left Islam a couple of years ago, and now I speak about topics such as this. My first question is, why do we need an anti-Islamophobia special representative? What's the point of this? What exactly is she going to do? Why did Trudeau hire her? Okay, the first point is, growing up as a Muslim here, I gotta say, Canada is pretty welcoming and loving to people of all types, including Muslims. I didn't face any open discrimination as a Muslim. I actually felt welcomed and loved and belonged. I felt like I belonged here. However, apparently in 2023, Trudeau thinks we need a special representative for this. Now, clearly, when you think of Canada, do you think of horrible racist bigots? Do you think of xenophobia? Do you think of all of these things? No, of course not. Sadly, this is a total waste of money, and this is a perfect example of identity politics and virtue signaling by the Trudeau government. Ms. Al-Ghawabi, she's going to be paid anywhere from $162,000 to $191,000 a year to basically, I guess, look good. As one author wrote in the Globe and Mail, she's preaching to the converted. I mean, it's as if we need someone like that. And she's already in hot water. Apparently, she has some tweets and blog posts that she made in the last few years that are highly critical of Quebecers. Now, Quebec is a French-speaking province of Canada. Okay? So she wrote in the 2019 Ottawa Citizen op-ed, so in a newspaper, unfortunately, the majority of Quebecers appear to be swayed not by the rule of law, but by anti-Muslim sentiment. She's saying that Quebecers, the majority of them, don't care about the law, but are motivated by hatred of Muslims. Interestingly, in this op-ed, she used the word anti-Muslim sentiment, not Islamophobia. Now, this goes to show you right there that we don't need a term called Islamophobia, and this term is useless and dumb and should be replaced with a more useful term, which is anti-Muslim bigotry. I mean, she literally used a term like that. It has to be made clear that this is a very important point, that you can hold negative views of Islam without being anti-Muslim or Islamophobic. Just like you can criticize any other religious doctrine such as Hindu doctrine or Hindu cultural beliefs about sati or about caste system or about contraception in Christianity, and you can do any of this without being anti-Christian or anti-Hindu. The fact of the matter is that this is just another example of virtue signaling by the government trying to look good and frankly wasting taxpayer money. I'm a former Muslim and I can tell you, bigotry and racism and xenophobia, these things do exist, but hiring someone to, be the representative on this topic is not going to solve anything. This money is being wasted. As an ex-Muslim, someone that used to believe in Islam but no longer believes in Islam, I am completely against Islamic doctrine. I find it bad for the world. I find it, against women's rights, against progress and modernity and, LGBT community and so many things. But I am the first one to stand up against bigotry towards Muslims. You can be against Islam without being against Muslims, and this needs to be made clear, and I've been making this clear on my channel for the longest time. So don't forget, being anti-Muslim is not okay. Being anti-Islam is perfectly okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. We don't need a special representative. We don't need a taxpayer dollars being wasted on this situation. Miss Amira, she herself, how is she going to, help people be less bigoted towards Muslims when she's making such wide sweeping statements against the majority of people of Quebec? You can't win over people's hearts and minds by behaving this way. And frankly speaking, her post is useless. We don't need such a post like that, right? So that's what I have to say. I'm Abdullah Samir, your friendly ex-Muslim. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up if you liked this video. So now I have a question for you. What do you think about this anti-Islamophobia special representative position? Do we need such a position? Do you live in Canada? Do you live in another country? And do you think your country needs such a position? In particular, why single out Islamophobia? What about the other minorities? What about the LGBT community and other communities? Do we really need a special post just for this? Frankly speaking, I don't think we do. And that's my thoughts on the matter. Thanks for watching. This is your friendly ex-Muslim. Thank you to my patrons for your continued support. And thank all of you for continuing to watch my videos. This is your friendly ex-Muslim Abdullah Samir signing out.